A big YouTuber by the name of IB Main recently made a video talking about how Rell and unrealistic will not change the Roblox platform. Now, this video was brought to my attention by my good friend SwiftDFG, where he did cover what IB Main said to a certain extent. I did go over Swift's video and I did go over IB Main's video, and I do have a lot to say. So I'm gonna try to keep this short, and I don't want this to be dramatic. I don't want this to cause any drama. What IB Main said was kind of controversial, so we will kind of cover this. Before we get into this, you guys do me a huge favor, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. I genuinely appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing for the past couple of weeks. Let's keep that up. Now, I'm not going to be necessarily reacting to his video. I'm going to be talking about points that he said in his video, and I will show clips of what he's saying and then implement that into the video. So the first point I wanted to cover that IB Main said,
you guys are just expecting the world. You're not getting the world. I'm certain, like, every time you think of an ideal, you guys just adding onto the game of things you want to see. It's a high chance it's never getting added to the game. We haven't seen much gameplay, but I've seen people make whole theories on how the gameplay is going to work. You ain't seen it. They haven't told you. Stop making stuff up in your head. Please stop. You guys are going to be, they're going to make a, watch this, they're going to make a great game, but because you thought this game was going to be perfect, people are going to trash it, act like the game was trash, because it didn't live up to this unrealistic expectation that people made in their head.
So in that clip, he's basically saying that our expectations are too high from most Roblox anime games. And he also said that people are making videos and talking about how they expect the game to play. Now, I do understand where he's coming from a personal standpoint of people making videos of not what they expect the game to play like, but people are mostly making videos on things that would be nice that were in the game. So, for example, I made a video talking about a gameplay feature that would be cool if it was in Rell, and the reason I said it would be cool if it was in Rell is because it fits the aesthetics of what the game is going for. Since it's going to be a traditional RPG, the game isn't going to be linear. And there's nothing wrong with making videos like that, because the developers might stumble across videos that actually have decent ideas, and they may be like, oh, that's not too bad. Let's see how we can incorporate that, or how that might fit into what we already have going on. So you never know, sometimes giving ideas isn't actually a bad thing. And also, I actually don't think that everybody's expectations are too high. Recently, the games on the platform have just been bandit beating island to island, doing the same quest until your max level. People are tired of that. What the Rell brothers said is that this isn't going to be your traditional island bandit beating formula that all the other One Piece games that have come out on the platform are. They have said that it's going to be different. It's going to be more adventure based. It's not going to be a linear playthrough progression. And that is why everybody is really excited for this game, because it has been promised to be different from what we already have. That is not everybody's expectations being high. That is literally just everybody believing on what the developers said. Now, within Swift's video, he did go over what Techie OP said, that Rell and unrealistic will 100% change the platform. And Swift's response to what Techie said wasn't really agreeing. He agreed, but he didn't agree with the way Techie said it. And I want to double back on that and say I fully agree with what Techie said, because if you listen to his whole analysis of what he said, he essentially said unrealistic and Rell will bring about the golden age of Roblox. And what Techie actually meant by that is, because unrealistic and Rell are going to change the way that progression and even gameplay is within Roblox anime games, other developers are going to see the success of those games and what those games are doing right, and try to implement things from those games into their games. They're going to try to change up the whole going island to island doing the same quest to get to level 1000 thing. It will still happen, don't get it twisted. There will always be bandit beating cash grabs on the platform. However, there will be more developers that stop doing that traditional cash grab formula and start actually implementing more of an engaging playthrough, an engaging progression system, and things of that nature. So yes, eventually these games will actually bring about what Techie said to be the golden age of Roblox anime games, and I fully agree with that. Now, going back to IB Main, he said this.
Yo, Rell games, they're millionaires. They're millionaires. Everybody's not going to be able to make the, like, even if you want to, Everybody doesn't have the money to get the models that they got, to put the time in they got. That's not possible. You're not getting that. Even if this game is that good and that amazing.
He was talking about anime games and budgeting, not everybody having $1 million to create a good game such as Rell sees and revolveragz. Not every developer has funding. And yes, that is true. Not every developer has funding to make a game crazy good. However, we have seen that you don't actually need $100,000, $1 million in order to create a good game. Games such as Type Soul, as much as you guys may hate me for saying this, when the game first came out, before all the scamming and nonsense with the developers and the mods and the CC players, fundamentally it was a fun game. It had a really good engaging combat. Me personally, I haven't seen on the platform. Type Soul had the most addicting combat system in my opinion. Games like Voxel Blade captivated me for a whole month. I played that game almost every day for a month straight, and I don't mean just put in 2-3 hours. I'm talking about 8 to 12 hour session playthroughs almost every single day for a month, and that game didn't have $100,000 worth of funding for it. You don't need to be a rich developer to make a good game. You just need to have the good ideas and be able to execute a fun and engaging playthrough system. And then for some reason, IB related Skyrim type quests to Rell sees and other games.
Activision levels funding for games. Bro, game development takes millions of dollars. People come on like, I see people like, yeah, I want like Skyrim type quests. Skyrim took millions of dollars to make. Let's look this up right now. It took 100 million. It took $100 million to make Skyrim. You're not getting a Skyrim level fucking game on Roblox. It's not happening. But
on the Roblox platform, nobody ever said you need 10,000 or 100 million or 10 million in order to fund the game. I don't know why he said that. This sounds like cope to me. I'm just being honest. I don't see the correlation between a really big AAA game studio and a Roblox game. I've had more fun on Roblox games than I've had on AAA games. So his point doesn't really stand there. I think that was just him coping.
You got big minutes.
These are the things. Let's go back. Look at this game.
Yeah.
Hold up. That's PvP gameplay? Look at this PvP gameplay. Let's see what we looking like. Look at this PvP gameplay.
I can't use my moves.
Oh, I'm not even PvPing. This is the combat, guys.
The earlier battles there was no
That's the combat. These are the games we were hyped for.
He also then proceeded to say that games from 5-6 years ago people enjoyed. And yes, people enjoyed games from 5-6 years ago because at the time that was the standard of games, the standard of gaming. But imagine if a game like Call of Duty World at War with the graphics and playstyle released again or never evolved in 2023. The new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 looks exactly the same Call of Duty World at War. That would be terrible. Nobody would play the new games. Obviously, as time goes on, games are meant to improve graphically, visually, and with their gameplay. So I don't understand why he related games from 5-6 years ago to games now. Nobody's going to like a game with trash combat systems like he showcased in the video to a game of 2023 with a similar trash combat system. Like, people aren't going to enjoy the same things from when they were a kid to now. People grow up, people like to improve. I don't really get that. Again, his video really does sound like he's coping. I'm not trying to come across as attacking him or anything, but it doesn't make sense to relate something from 5-6 years ago to something now. It's kind of stupid, actually. I don't really know why he showed this game's trash combat system. I'm not too sure where he was trying to go with this. Again, improvement. People improve over years. We wouldn't be playing this game in 2023. I don't think anyone would have played that game back then either. That looked trash.
The smaller games, there's been a lot of good games this year. A lot of devs have put a lot of work into some games this year. Stop acting like they have not. Stop acting like every game has just been a cash grab trash. I'm so tired of that bullshit, bro. Like, god damn. There's been some devs out here really cooking. You guys have not been Y'all done got spoiled and just spoiled and entitled, bro. Like, it's been some good games this year. Even the 2 Bleach games, Peroxide and Type Souls were both good Bleach games. And if you don't think it is, I don't give a fuck. Like, you're out your mind. Anyway, my rant's over. I know you guys gonna still gas up the game, and I cannot wait to see all y'all disappointed faces because you did see yourself. I can't wait to see all your disappointed faces. I'm gonna enjoy both the games, and I'm gonna watch y'all cry like y'all always do. And yeah, that's about it. So that's my rant. I'm done. I'm out. Peace.
So somewhere here he said our expectations are too high and that after a while we're going to drop the game within a month. I'm not too sure if he thinks HolyWarX and Rell is not going to update. I promise you, after a month we will still be playing this game. After a month we're not going to be playing HolyWarX or Rell. And he also said that we're going to be disappointed because our expectations are too high. Again, I don't know if this is projecting or this is some sort of cope, but I don't know why he's projecting onto everybody else. I'm not going to be disappointed in Rell or HolyWarX. I promise you I won't. But he did actually say something that I do agree with. Should we stop comparing games to HolyWarX and Rell? To a certain extent, I do think we should stop comparing HolyWarX and Rell to other games, to other developers, to even smaller developers. If a developer is still new or doesn't have the funding to create a big, massive project, I do think we should stop comparing those games to Rell and HolyWarX. However, if you do make a game within the anime community that is especially a One Piece game, it will be compared to Rell. You cannot avoid that. It's just how it is. It's just we have a One Piece game that is of that caliber, of that standard, and then it's hard to support a new game. It's just using the old cash grab formula. It's hard to not compare, but we do need to stop comparing because it's genuinely not fair to the developers. So yes, Rell and HolyWarX will change the platform. It will save Roblox. I promise you it will. So yes, Rell and HolyWarX will actually save Roblox. I genuinely don't doubt that. Games that come after the Rell and HolyWarX that take inspiration from what they are doing are going to be, even if it's not up to Rell standard, they're going to be playable, they're going to be fun. So I'm definitely going to love looking at how other developers make their anime games, and I'm going to love the direction the Roblox platform goes in within 2024 and beyond. Hopefully things start to get good. I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one, and if you made it to the end, don't attack IB Main. I'm not too sure if I didn't make that, like, there's no beef, you know, don't attack him. He was just stating his opinion. He wasn't necessarily wrong in what he was saying, but it did sound like he was projecting.